scenario. The scenario. The scenario. The scenario.
It's possibly those kind of music because it's a non-danceable EDM.
It's groovable.
It is.
It's groovable.
Yeah,
It
it's
gets mixed
smooth.
reviews.
It's
It
new
gets
smooth
mixed
jazz.
reviews.
What are the mixed reviews? Terrible to awful.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Here's the Scenario. I'm one of your lovable hosts, Brendan Sagalow. Being joined with me, as always,
by Mike Cannon, and also
Mike Feeney. And
I'm Ari Shaffir. I'm the guest today, and I thought this was a new podcast completely.
no, we've been doing it for 2 years.
You'd like to.
Why don't you guys rebrand like Are You Garbage?
We did.
We just did.
No, you kept the same name. You kept the same name.
No.
It's
HTS.
No, we're
now.
calling it HTS.
HTS is not bad. It's a way to do it for sure.
Yeah.
How about the Book of Scenarios? Or I don't know.
yeah, we've
I can't mire in mediocrity for this long. It's time to fucking cut it. You're a good team, but it's not going anywhere.
Well, we
if
actually
you knew about the discussion we had.
we try to get guests to come on to kind of like boost the show and get seen, but some of the guests take 16 years to get on the show.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not
your
ours.
Tell you what,
arms
I'll call Soda right now. I'll get Soda on for you.
He's on next.
That's the fucking joke, you idiot.
Oh, okay.
Next week.
You fucking idiot.
You fucking idiot. Dipshit.
I don't know everything you know.
Text thread. Soda's coming in at 2.
Well, if you're new to the show, we do scenarios, what ifs, shit like that. Try not to curse within the first 15
that's
minutes.
over.
That's out the
over.
fucking
Oh, that
door.
first second for that YouTube algorithm. Don't curse in the first 30
We
seconds.
were like, let's not do it, dude.
Dude, how lame is it that everyone's bleeping out, like, even in like YouTube clips or Instagram
really
clips,
stinks.
the O in porn or the S
Oh.
dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
you literally have to come, porn, like any of those things.
Gun.
I've had to-
Gun is gun will really get
It's so
you
funny
screwed.
because we all used to complain about censorship and stuff. And now they're like, well, we'll just hold money back from you. And they're like, we'll do it ourselves. We'll do it to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's brutal. They're like the new gatekeepers.
Even-
dude.
Not a sex pest, but a sexual predator or something like that. And they had to bleep out the sexual and sexual predator.
They kept
I had a
predator.
clip censored where they censored the curses, but I said, God damn it. And someone wrote in the comments, you lost me at the GD.
Wow.
With a heartbreak emoji.
Yeah.
Man.
We lost
me
you
at
when Jesus
GD.
came into your life.
Look, if you want to send us questions, we give preferential,
Spell it.
Treatment.
PREFENTIAL.
No.
Preferential.
Nah, you missed something in there.
You missed a bunch of letters.
That was
I
like
think you missed
4
a second
letters.
R. Yeah.
Yeah, hop, skipped, and a jump over the
Okay,
beat of
fine.
that one.
RRPR.
He got nervous. He's like, PRE. I'm killing this. FTL.
I gave up right at the end. Yeah, I gave up right at the end. If you want to send us questions, please join the Patreon. Patreon.com/scenariopod.
Yeah, what
I
are you
don't
doing with the
know.
arm?
I've never
don't
seen
know.
his arms up so much. This
Yeah.
show. He's
Okay, fine. I will hide my arms. If you and look weak.
Guys, join the
I don't
Patreon.
know.
Scenariopod.patreon.org. And you can put in questions. You get nothing over time. I'm about to shut down my.
No. Well, you get 300 hours. My hands up. You get 300 hours of content that we've filmed. Plus, it's just $5, and you get to support the boys.
That's what it really is.
And-
$5. That's $1.70 each of them, and you really help. Pay.
Yeah. We really.
It makes a difference in one of our lives.
Hey. But we also asked.
Damn, $1.70.
They get to ask the questions for you guys.
Yeah,
Not
you
a
really
lot
broke
to
it
get
down
a
in
new
a depressive
subscriber.
way,
You're like,
dude.
I get.
Are you
this
cutting in
month-
Nicole too?
No.
No. Oh, $1.60.
No
I
way.
get $1.70.
Yeah. Plus, we're in the whole $2,000 for the artwork. So.
I mean, it's an NFT.
Yeah, we didn't have to buy it though. I don't know.
But they do get to ask the questions. We put up, hey, Ari Shaffir's on the podcast today. Ask some questions.
And you did that?
Yeah,
Did we do that?
That something's coming?
we did.
We did do that. So
Open.
these are for you.
Here's why I hate these.
Hit me.
Because you ever do a Jeremiah show?
Mm-hmm.
Wonders.
No.
Stand up on the spot.
Stand up with this pot.
Yes.
And so then it used to be when nobody knew anybody, they would just be like, Poland Springs water. They just yell out topics, art or whatever. And then they started knowing people. And then, so it's like, if Norman's on, they're like, Joe, Tuesdays. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Make jokes about Joe List. I assure you, our listeners are a little bit more sophisticated than that. Okay. These
Okay.
guys
Yeah.
are professional question askers.
okay.
They
Yeah.
thrive in the environment of hypothetical.
Now, there may be the word Jew somewhere.
Okay.
That's
I am one.
promised.
But that was going to happen whether or not you were here or not.
Yeah, fair. That's right.
Okay. This first question comes from Alex the Truck. If you were to make a new James Bond movie, what actor would you choose to annoy the most amount of people?
To be James Bond.
To be James Bond, Ari
Imagine
Shaffir.
Ari Shaffir.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
being
bad for that.
James Bond.
Maybe get Jar Jar Binks to be in it. Really throw a fucking wrench in it.
He might be the most hateable character
Dude, I
in
never-
cinema history.
Just computer edit him in a tux.
Yeah.
There's also, you could go with comedian, but if you really want to annoy people, there's a new style of comedy. I hate saying names for you, but there's a style of comedy which is let's call it too cool for school.
Sure.
And
Sure.
it's just vibe comedy.
Yeah.
And if this James Bond was just kind of like, I don't know, you have to solve the things.
Yeah,
Kinda
yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
and just kind of like,
So he finds a clue. I found a thing.
yeah, terrorism's. You know,
Oh, I know who
it's an
you're doing.
issue. It's 7 comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walks around with his notebook.
Yeah.
just like-
London explodes. He's like, you guys got it.
yeah.
So like trying to make a point but never really even getting to it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
The king of premise.
You know, yeah. I wonder
It's just like-
who would annoy the most people as. I mean, they're gonna go woman soon.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, that would be good.
no. That would
It's not so much when you book
Sell.
a black or a woman; it's when you just get anyone.
I mean,
instead of like somebody good,
Right.
Like get Wesley Snipes; he could do it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I was interested in the Idris Elba. They were talking about him for a second.
he could do it.
He would be
Kind of
great.
old.
He
I don't
is
like the old one. I know they've always
sexy.
been old, but it's like
Yeah, they've kind of always been, except for Pierce Brosnan. They've all been old.
Bronson.
Bronzman.
Brosnan.
yeah,
Brosnan.
no, you're right.
No, you are not.
Pierce
Gee,
Bronson.
Pierce is Brosnan.
Yeah,
Pierce Bronsman.
Bronson.
Is it Bronsman?
It's Bronzman.
It's once they made him a superhero, which is like a fucking crazy good fighter.
Yeah.
and it's like you got to get somebody younger.
No, you didn't
Yeah.
like Daniel Craig? I thought the fucking buff dude coming in and beating the shit out of people was awesome. 'Cause Sean Connery was just like,
Outthink you. He'd outthink you.
yeah.
And like
So
he
it's
couldn't
sexy
beat up
about it.
anybody.
But he wasn't even smart. It was just funny. He's just like, oh,
Out fuck.
that's easy.
Yeah, yeah.
just do a thing. I don't know. Old James Bond stink. They don't hold up.
I don't think
Yeah.
you've ever seen one. It's not an example at all.
As he was saying that, I went, I think I've only seen like 2. And
No,
they're
I
both-
watched From Russia with Love was the first ever Bond movie I saw, and that was with Sean Connery as Bond.
When was that?
I
though?
believe.
When you were like a kid?
Yeah, when I was probably like 6.
Yeah. You're like, the plot didn't hold up at all.
Yeah,
As a
no, not at
6-year-old.
all.
So they killed off James Bond. Daniel Craig died, and it wasn't
I
like
didn't see it.
They didn't.
They did.
They didn't name the series 007 unless they're gonna do that. So it's like someone will be nominated. They killed James Bond.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what happens now?
New world, new James Bond.
Or they can just be like, that was a dream.
There's a multiverse.
Oh yeah, you could
There's a
do what they did in that
multiverse.
dumb Glass Onion movie where it's like twin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dumb fucking thing to use. That guy got a sack of money, $500 million. Literally, that's what it was.
to be
And they
like
give us
twin.
2 movies, like whatever.
That's so funny because when today we were talking about it, we're like, yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I
I
found it entertaining in the sense that it was like
The first one was great.
Wait, let me guess. Did you watch it over like Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all vibes are high.
All vibes
Everybody's
are high.
happy.
You're like,
yeah.
I'm with my
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
It's an hour and a
the whole
half.
time, like presents soon.
Yeah, fire going. I couldn't not enjoy a movie. in
I
that
watched
setting.
Menu,
Yeah.
which got no hype, and it was so much better.
Dude,
Well,
menu,
Menu
rules.
rules.
We saw it in
Rules.
the theater together.
Yeah, menu was great. It's on HBO, dude. You should check it out. It's awesome.
Awesome.
Who's
Yeah.
that guy who plays
Nicole's
the chef?
favorite movie of all time.
Well, she's
She
an
watched-
idiot.
Yeah.
I just watched
She's Italian.
that Banshees of Chiron, that one that was Colin Farrell.
People
And
said that was good. Oh, that was terrible.
it's just
Dude.
it's so depressing.
Why was it bad?
It just takes place in 1920s on an
It's
isle
moody
in
on
Ireland,
purpose.
and it's just like he wants Colin Farrell's best friend doesn't want to be friends with him anymore.
Oh, Brendan something is Gleason.
Do you want to be
this?
this independent want a movie that goes nowhere with me?
Yeah. Well, those guys did.
I don't know what
we will
that
not
Oh my
accept
God.
that.
Was that Jar Jar Binks?
Closer to Jar Jar Binks.
was that Jar Jar Binks doing James Bond?
I watched it with family. It was like-
I'm trying to locate the geography.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Trying to be
friends.
That is it.
It's 2 minutes in. I was like, oh, I'm going to sleep. I don't have to wait to be put to sleep. I'm going.
But I do like at one point he's like, I'm tomorrow, 2 p.m. I'm coming and I'm burning down your house. And I'm not going to look whether you're in it or not. And then he goes to burn down the guy's house because the guy's just being mean to him. And then he checks in the house anyway. And then the guy gets out and the guy goes, so we're even now because I killed your donkey and you burned down my house. And he goes, this isn't over until one of us is dead.
Whoa.
He goes, if you keep bothering me about hanging out, I'm going to cut my finger off. And I'm a fucking musician that plays with my
Violin.
fingers. And then he just cut his finger off. And then he goes, I'm going to keep bothering you. He goes, I have more fingers.
What
And it's
a
like,
And then he
weird.
cuts off more fingers.
he called his bluff. It's just, let's spoil it for everybody because I'm saving you.
Yeah.
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 Don't
Please.
watch.
I'm more
Yeah.
interested in this.
The
What a
storytelling
dumb
of the
fuck- you ever
movie
seen
is
some
great.
dumb fuck movie that gets
Yeah.
great reviews, and you're like, what?
He cuts off all 5 fingers and is just bleeding. And then he takes the fingers and he throws them at the guy's door.
Because
at
he
his
wants to
house.
hang out.
Yeah, and
Oh
the guy's like, I don't want to hang
God.
out with you anymore. I want to make music before I die. And then the guy's, Colin Farrell's donkey eats one of the fingers, chokes on it, and dies. And that donkey's like all he had.
Oh
it was
my
like his best
God.
friend. It was his babe.
This sounds awesome, actually.
No, it wasn't.
No.
This sounds like something.
He was
no.
just like, he was a guy
This
who's
sounds-
way too cool for him, and he goes, I want to hang out. And the guy's like, nah, even though you're way too cool for me. It was like a 4 years ago you.
Or
too cool, or did I lose coolness?
No, I mean, like, you're like, can we hang out?
oh yeah.
It's so funny that you thought you would act in that scenario.
I was like, oh well, they are mentioning a cool guy. It's gotta be me.
Dude, you look at your life now as at an all-time low. You're like, was I cooler? But
yeah, I really feel that way. I was like, I should pick up drinking again, man. All right, let's get to this next question from.
I bet Pete Davidson has a good shot of playing Bond.
Could
Like, I
Pete
bet he's
Davidson
in a
be very
conversation.
annoying.
He would
That
be
would
so
piss a lot
annoying.
of people
Yeah.
off.
You know what I love?
Oh.
I love Pete, but like when you get a guy
It's
who
like you're Tom Hanks.
is unquotable for anything like of quality, but they're still stars.
Yeah.
Quotable.
And it's like with comedians, with
Yeah.
with actors. We're like, what do you do? That
One of them hosted the Golden Globes.
And, like, I just kind of overall like them.
Yeah, like name a thing. And they're like, it's just about more of,
It's not about that, man.
yeah, it's about the
Ah, it's cool because he like
it's a vibe.
I could see him
Aura.
playing James Bond though.
They could play James Bond. You
Yeah.
could go the other way to reset, like they
Yeah.
did 21 Jump Street.
Well,
Like,
that's
we're
what I
not
think.
going
That would be-
Exactly.
that would be
Yeah.
sick.
If they turn into a comedy or something,
Will
but
Ferrell,
if
James
they
Bond.
did get Caitlyn Jenner to play James Bond, it would sell more than any other James Bond
Oh, that's not
ever.
true.
But I don't
I
think,
think so.
She's lost the support of her community.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a
No.
hardcore
Put,
Republican.
Yeah.
put
'Cause she
together,
voted the wrong way. Then they're like,
It-
now we don't support your choices.
but everyone, I think
She
everybody
wanted to
would
be
see-
trans Tim Dillon, and she got shut down at the gate.
Gates of hell.
I really think people, whether they hate her or love her, would come out to see that.
No, you know what? She could get that where she goes, if you let me be James Bond, at the end of the movie, I'll put my penis back on.
The last half hour.
Licks the base and sticks it back on.
Like a Mr.
Yeah.
Potato Head
Yeah.
situation.
God damn, it keeps falling off.
What if it was one of those creepy crawl where she just like licks it and then it's just like
Slinkies down
put
her
on
tip.
chest?
Yeah, the toys with the gummy fists.
Garfield on a windshield.
Yeah,
It's so funny they just went from liberal hero, woman of the year,
Yeah.
on like a model magazine.
yeah.
To like,
Vanity Fair,
to
shot
like,
by
"Fuck
Annie
you,
Leibovitz.
loser." Oh yeah.
Like crazy.
It's so crazy because like even if she is a full woman, let's say she is, she's
Mhm.
still in her 60s.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, what do you want to be, an old woman?
Yeah, you can't be.
That's my
Woman of the
Hollywood.
year at 60.
Well, and
Dude, at
outside of
33.
outside of being one,
Yeah.
what did she do? Like, what
She
were
got
her
away with murder.
accomplishments as she
That's
did? But
pretty
that was
good.
as a man.
She did like kind of
Bruce
normalize.
just had long hair when he killed that person.
She did help like normalize like trans lives and stuff. Like everybody's
She
like,
did do
they're
that.
not so bad.
Did do that.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, she did do that. She brought it to the main.
She brought it to
Forefront.
mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Her and
Yeah,
Eddie.
now
Izzard.
it's like not that big a deal, which actually goes against like day to day. If you're trans, you really just want to be special. And in New York, you're not. Sorry,
And
shut
the
the fuck up on the subway.
The Wachowski sisters did that too, though.
Nah, they didn't really get the press because nobody saw them.
Weren't they facing jail or something like that, or was that somebody else?
No, somebody said they stole their material.
Oh yeah, they
Okay,
tried
yeah.
to sue them for like millions of dollars, and
That's
they,
right.
they were like,
Damn.
And they like
No,
they
can't
did
do that.
They,
I have a
they
purse
did,
now.
Yeah, they did the genetic
Yeah.
LLC. It's like you're suing a man.
Yeah. Sorry.
That ain't me.
Sorry.
slides right off,
Yeah.
baby.
The old Kevin.
Oh my god!
Give him a little honey baked
We
ham.
rebranded. It's like
Kevin Spacey tried to do that with being gay.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
can
Too
you
late.
go away for the same crime you did when you were straight?
it's so funny. He was like, I've got an ace in the hole, and 35 years passed, and that ace is like no
yeah.
longer.
He's like, who do you think you are, Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
If Tom Cruise admitted it, I think that would have done what Kevin Spacey wanted to do.
You think if Tom Cruise came out and said, "All right, I'm done with
Yeah.
Scientology.
No, I
I'm
mean,
now a self-admitted gay man,"
It would help
that
him.
would
People like
wash
that.
that would wash all of his sins?
He's
Yeah.
such a hetero because Kevin Spacey wasn't like playing super hetero.
No,
yeah.
And Tom Cruise is, like, a
articulate,
hetero god.
powerful with brain, not with brawn.
Yeah.
Type guy. Also,
Even in
cucked
that
out
show, it's like
husband.
you don't still fuck your wife in that show.
What show?
The fucking one
House of
about
Cards.
The,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
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 that's a sexless marriage.
yeah.
Shit really went wrong is when Netflix is like, we're gonna go on, we're gonna take you off and keep the show. It's like, oh, dude, you should have just
Yeah.
again like, this is not our problem. There's nothing to do with us. Put him in jail. He's not
Show's
available.
over.
For jail.
Yeah, yeah,
Who's
yeah.
that chick? Who's the chick from Avatar and like Fast and Furious or Gone in 60 Seconds? One of
Michelle
the-
Rodriguez.
yeah, she went to jail for like drunk driving, and they're like, we'll rearrange the shooting for Avatar and wait till you're out. They didn't like replace her. They're just like, it cost them more money
Well,
to
that's why
keep
she
her
was
in.
out of a
course.
bunch of those Fast and Furious. I think she was like
She was
pretty
wild.
big into the old pills and
Hell yeah.
and-
She rules. Remember
Yeah.
when she was just an
Yeah.
ugly boxer, and they try to make
Oh,
her
yeah.
my sex symbol.
That's right. She
I don't
was
remember
hot in
that.
that first Fast and the Furious though, when she had the
They
leather
really-
leather legs and wrapped around Vin Diesel.
Oh hell
I got
yeah.
some
How
blood
about
flow.
you come upstairs and give me a massage?
Now is she someone that like
Furious.
the franchise of Avatar or Fast and Furious just can't go on without her?
No, they can go on.
Yeah, because I don't look at Avatar like for the actors. I'm like they're all
Yeah.
blue to me.
It was so dumb.
They were all blue to me.
It's just a
I
bunch
don't
of
see
blue
color.
people.
Oh, Abadi Abudai.
Bill Burr had such a funny bit about it. He was like, they just put Michelle Rodriguez in that, so you could be like, that's the one I'd be. I'd be the one that helps the blues.
Helps the blues.
Yeah. You just need one any civil rights thing. You need that too. We're like, you need one white guy to be like, oh, that's who I side with. Not every single white guy. Who's like, get him out of here.
All right, let's go to another question.
Another question.
Another question. What do you think so far, Shaffir?
What's
what do
the
you think
scenario?
of the-
Did you spell what with
Ears.
the H first?
No, we had
Years.
we had a what?
Years is-
We would originally
oh,
call
yeah.
it what, and then there was a quick
got
cease,
sued by Black?
cease and desist.
Yeah, from
By what?
from Tribe Called Quest. They hit us up.
Yeah, they're like, please stop.
Q-tip
we
personally.
know
showed
about
Q-tip,
up.
and yeah,
Let me
we,
tell you-
and we got rid of him.
Let me tell you a cute tip for how to handle these fucking people reaching out for shit.
Uh-huh.
Ignore them. Any lawyers, like, we're going to just like ignore it and it'll go away.
Do you know I've been getting cease and desist letters from the Illuminati sent to my agency for like the last 9 months?
Nice.
Illuminati
Based-
party?
based
Follow
on
it
that
back.
show.
See where
Yeah.
you can see if you can
They've
get
sent
there.
a contract for us to sign to like not use the name. The show is no longer.
and on the
in
bottom it says
existence.
"and your souls" or whatever.
and whatever.
No, I'm not going to, probably not going to sign
There's,
that.
there's a whole section for a dollop of blood.
Yeah.
yeah,
Did they maybe take a podcast ad readout? And I've done it a few times.
the Illuminati.
No, just in general.
Oh.
Them. And then like they're like, we hated it.
The
We're not
globalists.
paying you. Take that out. So I had to re-edit. And then by the third time, it was like, no, I'm not taking it out. Fine, don't pay me. I'm not
Yeah.
doing more work for you guys.
Yeah, why did they want you
Don't
to take
sign
it out?
that.
Yeah. No,
I
I would
say
never.
like Blue Chew. Like if you want to like fuck dogs, that's the only way you can do it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's a struggle otherwise because you know maintaining an erection with a
Yes, that was my point.
a paw scratching your thigh. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
nailed.
All right, let's go to this next question.
We're in agreement about dog fucking.
This one comes from Brandon. We're gonna cut that out. This one comes from Brandon. Can you do that again, actually, for us? One Dorito to rule them all. What flavor are you
Red.
picking?
Red.
If there's not at least one taco Dorito guy in there, I'm canceling my page.
Cherry Doritos.
Just the red ones.
The
Red
nacho
one.
cheese is the one
Everybody
I'm
goes
talking
nuts
about.
with the other shit.
It's
Cool
Cool
Ranch.
Ranch. It's not
Nah.
red.
Cool
Never
Ranch,
has
always
been.
blue.
No. What you're doing is you're saying your
Always
personal
blue.
preference is Cool Ranch. Now, picture the party. I've been over this before.
Oh,
Picture a party. In fact, I made a commercial about it. Picture a party and you're like, hey,
Were
I have
you seriously
Doritos.
cheer somebody, Sam Adams, and said how much they meant to you in your life?
Oh, fuck off. I'm
was
calling
that?
Soda and getting him off.
He's the next guest.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to please everybody, it's the red ones. If you want to please some people greatly and other people go, oh no, I'm not interested in that.
I've never met a
it's
person
Cool Ranch.
uninterested in Cool Ranch. I've
It
seen
makes
people
your
not
breath
get excited.
horrible.
Do you think nacho cheese is making your breath better? It's
Yes.
cheese breath.
No, not better, just not horrible.
No.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Disagree.
I put
Nacho
Cool
cheese
Ranch in
Doritos.
your
Never
Also,
disagreed
not to mention,
more
if you're
with
at a
someone.
social function, the last thing you want to do is have fucking orange fingers going
Yeah.
and you don't want to lick your fingers
No, that's ridiculous.
in a
because
post-COVID world.
You want to see if
You're
someone
licking
stole
your fingers
something.
with Cool Ranch Doritos also.
Yeah, but nobody.
Yeah, that's a red herring. Let's
Cool
start,
Blue Ranch herring.
let's start using words we don't really know.
Foreshadowing.
That's so funny.
That's foreshadowing. That's a good one.
No, what you want at a function is
It's like Funyuns. I love them, but you can't.
What?
That's not gonna be like.
No, you can't have-
I've never had a
acceptable by all.
Funyun in my life.
no. You want
Get-
pigs in a blanket.
Hey, worker chick, go get some fucking Funyuns for this guy right now.
Nicole.
I know you're used to doing Lewis's podcast, but we treat this bitch with respect.
Yeah, we'll actually go get her Doritos.
Yeah.
We'll stop the podcast to give her a bowl of Doritos.
Oh, dude, this would be the least listenable.
Yeah.
episode if we're all just taste testing crunchy chips on
No,
air.
I guess.
So I got, he's all right.
And we're like, and look at this.
Look, then we're actually just taste buds. We're just like,
Yeah.
wow, nacho
No,
cheese here
babe.
versus Cooler Red. Make
Yeah.
your case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tastebuds is taking that break now because of that fucking tax evasion shit.
What?
What?
Yeah.
What did you just say into your hands?
Oh, DeRosa got in so much trouble. He didn't pay taxes for like years.
No
Then he's,
fucking
like,
way,
on
really?
Tastebuds and getting ads. He's like facing real damage. Yeah, it's funny. It is possible jail time, but I think he's just going to lose all his money. I think they're just going to bill him all his money.
Even the
but, like,
sandwich stuff?
That is,
Yeah, they're taking
there's
all of it.
No way.
Oh,
That's
no more-
public information.
More beefy?
It is now.
Yeah, no, it'll be beefy, but it'll be beefy represented by the United States government, brought to you by the U.S. government. So probably like less good ingredients.
So why do they have to cancel the
U.S.
podcast?
government versus beefy.
I think I
Pick
can't
your
cancel.
side. Defend your honor.
I think if they cancel it, he's going to jail because they can't pay it back. So I think they gotta like rebrand and like get a lot of ads and like
Oh,
That's
all
let's
those.
so
take-
funny.
Nicole,
Salad
let's
is so
actually get
mad
the
about it.
nachos
That
here.
sucks for Joe, but that is so funny to have to be like, we need to talk about foods.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm ruined.
Yeah. Kraft macaroni and cheese versus Annie's. Go.
Yeah, Sal's like, I don't
They're
feel
not
like
even
doing
recording.
Yeah. Prison food. And he's like, fuck.
prison food.
Oh my
Low
god.
security
What's better?
food.
Mush versus dry toast.
Mush that someone spits in.
Mush. That's great.
I was questioning when you said it, and then you just repeated.
You don't know what mush is?
mush?
Yeah, it's like
It's like gruel.
Yeah,
It's like
gruel,
upscale
I've heard.
gruel.
the wettest oatmeal.
Gruel or mush?
Mush.
So-
Mush is like what
it's
you say to
regional.
dogs.
It's yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's because they're like foods at home. Mush.
Nicole,
Yeah.
pull up mush.
Let's
really
see.
deep dive
I
into
bet
mush.
if you
Yeah.
Google mush, the dog thing comes.
There we go.
Oh, that
Yeah.
looks good.
Mush. That's like grits. That has
Yeah,
pepper
you put
in
some
it.
cinnamon on it and a little bit of
Yeah.
butter. Mush could
Good
be
for
all
you.
right.
Is there, what's the
Do
best?
some
Let's
push-ups?
find a mush place around here.
I'll do mush.
Yeah.
A mush ado about nothing would be the name of it.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right after he said that, I saw Brendan's knuckles get white. He was holding on for a response.
He's like, get the line in and don't fuck it
Got
up.
the line in. I don't care if it doesn't do as well as you think it's going to do. All right. So, really, all in all, if we're having a family gathering or some sort of gathering,
Yeah.
Doritos aren't even on the table, really. And not in my place. It's pigs in a blanket,
Oh, we're talking about chips.
pretzels,
Here,
I thought we were just talking about chips.
You're
Yeah.
just opening up the debate to
Yeah, of
suit
course
what
pigs
you're
in a
hungry
blanket.
Pringles. Pringles.
It's like sour
Get
cream and onion.
Pringles out of
You
here.
love them, but you can't serve. You can't
Pringles are the
assume
most
Everyone will love it.
That I agree with. Sour cream and onion, although a fan favorite of mine, it's not a
something-
universal.
No, it's not universal.
It's also some of these things you're like, oh, that's my favorite, but it's like those things are like once in a while. That's why they're your favorite.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like a split pea soup. That's not your go-to, but that's
No, but
every
every
once in a
once in a
while,
while.
that could be your favorite soup.
Dude,
But
I'm starting to kind of go to Ari's side where I feel like the nacho cheese might be the universal
What
accepted.
the
I
hell
don't-
is
I
wrong with
do
you?
At
not
a party,
agree.
at
Hey,
a party,
universally
disagree.
accepted.
at a party, if I saw
I think it's
that-
just widely available. There's more Mexicans.
what?
I don't know. I had the
That's
point
how you
in my
feel.
head. And I was like, there's just, it makes sense.
Did you say that because Doritos has kind of like a Spanish flair to the
Yeah, and
name?
it's nacho.
Doritos.
Nacho cheese.
At the end of this episode,
It makes sense.
Can you play my commercial for
Nicole, cut
Blue
that
Chew?
whole part out.
for Doritos?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you rights.
Yeah. I bet we can't. I bet.
What?
Wait, you'd give us the rights? Do you control
I
it?
made the commercial. It's a fake commercial.
Oh, okay.
It just went in the place of like when I do drug ads and you can't put that on YouTube, but only
Oh.
on audio.
Oh, all right.
So I'm getting a lot of beating around the bush, pretty much saying you guys are not going to put this at the end of the episode. Hearing a lot of not feedback that you're going to do it. And
Well, soon as it's like an issue that even one issue comes up, I don't want to deal with
Yeah,
it.
we'll see if
Seems like a Nicole thing.
I don't want to deal with it. As if you deal with anything once you walk away
Yeah.
from a microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's
I
just
put all my energy into this motherfucker right here.
can I send it to menopause and let her fucking put it in?
I'm 26.
Yeah, that sucks.
Got him, Nicole.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
What's that, Mush?
Oh, is this the Doritos commercial?
Yeah. Today's episode of Ari Shaffir's Skeptic Tank podcast is brought to you by Doritos.
Wow, where was
Guys,
that?
when you're smoking weed and you're having friends over,
Volume.
Doritos is the only choice. And I don't mean the brand Doritos. I mean Doritos, the red kind. There's other Doritos,
How
and maybe
did you
they're
get
your
Doritos
favorite.
out
Maybe
there?
Doritos Flaming Hot is your favorite. Or maybe Doritos Ranch is your favorite. But the reality is, that's your favorite. And we're talking about throwing a party. Maybe you go to somebody at a party and say, hey, you want some Doritos? Flaming Hot? You know one friend that would be like, no thanks. Now imagine the same thing with Doritos Red. There's no friends you have like that. None. Case in point. Hey, we want some Doritos Dinamita? Doritos, the red kind. Doritos also suggest you have some
That's
water.
hilarious.
Because getting up to go to the kitchen is a fucking ordeal. Maybe Doritos isn't your bag because it's not healthy enough. Doritos says, get some fucking fruit.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
Maybe it's a fresh grenadina. You just burned off some calories. My friend, you burned yourself some Doritos. The Doritos, the red kind.
Look at that. That's awesome.
Dude, what are the odds that someone asked a Doritos-based question for?
I think soon as I saw that, I went, all right, that was,
Ari must
that
have
was,
that.
No way. That's
Take.
hilarious
That's-
that you guys were the fucking next thing that plays. I did not know that. It sounds
great, but
sarcastic, but I did not know that was going to come up with you guys.
No, but I was saying like I was like, there's a Doritos question, and what a coincidence that you and then it hit me where it's like, no, they
Was it a Doritos
saw
question
that.
or was it a chip question?
It was a Doritos question.
But also, you were wearing dark clothes after that. Did you have a bevy of wet wipes on standby to make sure that you didn't ruin your clothes for
yeah.
the remainder of your day? Because it looked like daytime.
I love
and
how in your world you don't ruin your clothes by getting a bunch of Cool Ranch and just that doesn't happen.
But it
That
wipes
looks like
off
glitter.
easier. There's
no, it doesn't
too
wipe
much.
off easier. It's the same thing.
No,
It's powder.
dude. It's still, there's remnants.
It's
there's
invisible.
The remnants of Cool Ranch.
Listen. I'm
that
going to
can
open
linger
myself up to a
invisible on a wipe.
cancellation right now to let you know that your
Oh,
reasoning
boy.
is retarded.
Damn, dude, that's huge.
What?
You only get a few of those.
Few of what?
retarded.
I can't use mine. I can't use mine until I really need
Saving
it.
it for a special.
Yeah, he's waiting until you start acting like a complete. All right.
All right, this next question comes from Tanya. What's the weirdest thing
Sounds
in
fit.
your fridge right now?
Jar of homemade pickles from my dad, maybe.
Really?
What's the what?
The weirdest thing in your fridge right now.
Jar of homemade pickles. So your dad put it through the whole process?
Yeah, he makes them. Fucking big jar of pickles. I don't know. Let me think. What's the
Are
weirdest-
cucumbers
what do you-
cheaper
I don't
than
know.
pickles?
Jews are cheaper than non-Jews.
Cat food, probably. I have cat food in my
Cat
fridge
food. Why do you have it in your fridge?
Oh, that is the
For-
worst.
to keep it, normal so it doesn't go bad.
Oh, you should feed it to a cat.
We don't have one.
That's the weirdest thing in the fridge.
Bought the cat food.
Now
opened
it's-
the windows. And we're hoping someone would come.
Yeah, yeah.
There's got to be something in the back. I used to keep jars of piss in my fridge when I didn't want to, I was in my dorm in Yeshiva University and I couldn't.
Oh my God.
I'd lock myself in on Friday night to Saturday because I left my religion, but I couldn't tell anybody yet. So I just closed the door and listened to Star Trek Deep Space Nine on volume 1, so no one knew I was in there. Because if they knew I was there, I had to go to synagogue and stuff. So I would just be breaking the Sabbath, and then I couldn't go to the bathroom in the hallway.
Uh-huh.
So it would just piss in jars, and then it would smell, and you figure out mini fridge.
Did you
Oh my
have
God.
a lid for the jars? Or
Yeah.
they were open. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you're still alive, but like part of me does wish that like you died during that period so
Yeah.
people could find all of your piss.
And then they would search for the bodies for years.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like there
he was
has
a
to be
hoarder.
victims.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I mean,
good
like,
times.
if they, I mean, with the jars of piss, and if somebody came in to be like, Ari, you have to go to sick. What the hell is that? Oh my God, you have one jar full of cum. That one's.
It's so much harder to come into a fucking bottle than piss in it.
Dude, I mean, I don't want to look this up, so don't. But have you ever Googled like cups of cum and stuff? And it's fucking gross. Like,
Nicole,
Pull it up.
people like
cups
come into,
of cum.
come
Pull it
into
up.
jars and stuff.
I did it
and
in a
like
teacup once.
like you in a teacup.
Yeah, around my friends. They were all in the Comedy Store condo in La Jolla, and they were out watching, and we were just like, we're doing this thing where I just like try to get hard and then walk into a room. But it's so funny that your boner quickly goes out.
Yeah.
Of course.
So they were watching the Yankees game, and I was just like jerking off to almost completion in the other room. And then I came out like, oh, you guys watching Mario? I just
Oh my
to a
God.
Mario
Talk about-
Yankee game.
Opening yourself up to cancel it.
Yeah.
You did it. I walked into
has
the room.
nothing to do
I
with
jerked
sex.
off in front of a bunch of people.
That has nothing to do with sex.
That's like, I don't even know what I would do.
It was-
I've never
yeah.
been
I would
faced with
laugh
that.
so fucking hard.
Would you? If
That guy's
Would you laugh?
Yeah, with your guy, with your dude friend with an open dick hole spewing fucking DNA at you.
Yeah, I'd probably dive under your cock. Mouth.
Don't waste any.
Yeah, weird you out, dude.
It depends how long.
Yeah, what would you do if you're like, oh, this is gonna be so
You
funny,
call
and
my
then when
bluff.
you do that, I call your bluff, run right up to you.
Smeared on your face.
One of those two
anti-aging.
guys that was there, Rick Ingram, he's like, we had this thing called cockings we used to do at the Comedy Store, where it was just like, you try to put your dick on someone's arm.
Yeah, sure.
And
Used to
then
do that at camp.
come on.
All right, we got to restart the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we'd have people like distract. So you'd be like, oh, look at that. What do you think of the artwork? And then like Feeney would look, and that'd be give me enough chance to just like,
Yeah.
it's the best when it like hits you. You don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Then you look, and it's the last thing on
Do
your
you
mind.
Yeah.
you plump yourself up for that?
No, no,
I
no,
could never
no,
put
not
my
for that.
regular sized penis onto someone.
Well, that
Just
was
dude. So
in
it's fine.
college. That's when like waiting was very popular. So that was the whole like
Yeah.
get people to
Oh,
show
yeah.
you, look at your balls, and
butterfly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
all
You
that
know when
get
that
the
doesn't,
Batwing.
know when that doesn't play when you're the one white guy on a basketball team.
No,
in
that wouldn't play.
college.
No,
And
I don't
that's
like it. I
that
don't like
the
it.
sort of humor doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
People like that.
Anyway, everybody we discussed it, so we keep doing it to them. One guy was like, "Don't do that to me. I got molested." We're like, "For sure, we're doing it to you."
Yeah.
But Ingram, this guy that I jizzed in front of,
It was just one guy.
No, it was two, and Jim Painter. But I cocked him, and then he just starts dancing. He's like, "Yeah," and we're like, "Oh, all right, we're done." You're not gonna react. You're not gonna react disgusted. You can't do
Of
this
course, of course. You know what's funny though about that whole situation of you having to pull your dick and say I called your bluff? You would have to call my bluff by coming on my face.
anymore. I'd have to.
And then the whole situation would just be like this weird gay moment that we had.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a podcast called "Here's the Situation." HTS. It's available right now.
Yeah.
on-
Plug your Patreon.
yeah, it's on Patreon. It's called. It's also called Scenario Pod on Patreon.
Mike's online shopping.
Hey,
I just realized I have
You
a
buying
new card. I'm
sneakers?
trying to refill the parking. Everything's going
God.
wrong at the
oh,
exact
that's
same
the
time.
alarm.
Oh my freaking
I blame
God.
myself. I was late.
Well, while we're buying sneakers online,
let's see
and
cup of
stuff,
cum.
we do have to see a jar of cum, and then let's do some plugs.
Okay.
Plug it up.
No, not like that.
Oh, coming out of a vagina.
Not like that.
Okay,
No.
orgasm.
Oh, yeah, like that right there.
Which one?
Disgusting.
So chunky.
Looks like lemonade.
Oh my god.
That's not
Ew, so
that
gross,
sucks.
dude.
cut best.
There's a
all
whole Reddit.
Oh,
I
dude.
think there's a whole Reddit. Yes, please
Ugh.
take this off.
Who would have sex with a man? It's disgusting.
There's a whole subreddit to people
Oh.
like jerking off into things and like saving it up for weeks and weeks.
That's gonna
What's your
stay
search
with me.
history, man?
I don't, yeah.
He
yeah,
keeps being like, you guys you've looked at this, right? And you know about the subreddits?
Yeah, yeah.
If you're online,
There's no on your
long enough.
homepage and it's unavoidable after several hours of search.
Yeah, you can't not go to your bookmarks without seeing it.
What do you got, dude?
Plugs. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
let's
at
do
the
some
Beacon Theater.
Yeah.
Doing the Beacon, biggest show I've ever done. March 24th, New York City. I've also got a special out called Jew. It's available right now. All
Great
my tour
special.
dates are available on my website, but yeah, you know, Utah and Vancouver and Seattle and I don't know, a bunch of other stuff, but I don't know. Selling well. The fucking special really helped it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
Me?
How about you?
MikeCannonComedy.com for dates all over the road starting January 26th. I'll be in Lansing, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm coming to Phoenix, Houston, Toronto, and then New York City. My biggest show I've ever done. Slightly
Nice.
smaller than Ari Shaffir's at the Gramercy Theater,
Oh.
February
Yeah.
25th. Tickets are going, so get them now, please. MikeCannonComedy.com, and let's sell this out with some time to spare so I'm not fucking panicking.
Let's add a show.
The date.
Let's add one show. February 25th is a Saturday.
Yeah, it is.
You know how
Wow.
I did that math?
Did you figure that out?
Yeah. Here's what you do. You figure out what day's today,
Yeah.
right? And then you just realize that you're booked in Vancouver on February 25th. And then you immediately pretend like you
I see.
it's a math.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's pretty good.
I really
and
thought you were going
Baltimore.
to give us like something where you're like, no, every third 25th.
No, there were
is a
those
Saturday.
guys. It was,
You're like,
remember those,
oh.
they had those old infomercials where it's like tell me a date. They're like January 26th, 1971, like Wednesday.
Yeah.
You're like, how do you do that?
Crazy.
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 Nerds.
And Baltimore. So check that out. All of it at MikeCannonComedy.com.
And what's it? Mike Feeney.
Comics Roadhouse in February. Sagalow and I we're doing two shows one in Midtown Grand Rapids and the other in Detroit at the Independent Comedy Club. Tickets are on sale for that now. That'll be February 17th and 18th. And all three of us are doing Emmaus Theater again, just like we did last year.
Yeah,
March
that was
25th.
awesome.
Where is that?
In
Emmaus.
Emmaus, Pennsylvania.
It's awesome.
And,
you done it?
No.
It's great.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's a big movie theater. They come out.
Drive.
Lewis just did it. It's like 2
Drive's
hours.
not bad.
CK?
No.
Counts.
JG.
Gomez.
Yeah, JG.
Wait, how far is the drive?
LJG.
Like 2 hours, was it, Nicole?
Something like
It's not
that.
far.
Yeah.
And tickets, MikeFeeneyComedy.com. Bunch more dates coming. And you're the best. Thanks.
Yeah, and youtube.com/Brendan Sagalow. Subscribe, twitch.tv/Sags2Riches. And I'm running an hour at the New York Comedy Club this 23rd, January 23rd. Please come out.
23rd. Which is
This
a
23rd, Monday.
Hey, that's also my mom's birthday. So if you're out at Sagalow's show, please let him know that you wish my mom a happy birthday.
Yeah.
During the meet and greet afterwards, please mention.
You're giving me enough ample time to write some sick punchlines about it. Hey, it's Ari's mom's birthday.
No, no.
No,
No,
fuck,
don't
I
heckle.
fucked up.
I mean the meet and greet. Don't fucking.
Yeah. Just say it to me. Say it to me when
yell
you
out.
see me.
Yell
Yeah.
out.
Yell out.
Brendan loves it when you're a part of the show.
I love yelling out.
Clips.
Let's go to another question.
Wait.
He's been. Oh, Nicole, what you got?
Nicole C. Lyons on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Nicole, are you a comic?
Nope, just a producer, editor.
Director.
It's almost impossible. to
Genius.
find these days, right?
Yeah.
Woman.
Nicole C. Lyons with a Y.
For now. All right, this next question
Nicole,
comes
did you
from.
ever make the switch?
What, to
Has-
a man?
Yeah. Has any part of you ever dreamt of,
Do you ever
of
think
being,
about it?
of being a man with a penis?
Sometimes.
Yeah. And what do you think? Would it be a better existence for you?
Probably.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, is whatever respect you'd get for being a man would immediately go away by how short you are.
Yeah, for sure.
Be-
4'11" is tough for
Yeah.
a dude.
For a dude, unless you're like, I'm the most Italian man you've ever met.
Yeah. Or
But-
you get jacked.
You got to be
Yeah.
gay.
Yeah.
You can't be a spinner heterosexual male.
Would you be a gay man if you became a man, Nicole?
I don't know. Someone told me if I were gay that I'd get a lot of chicks. So
Hey, hold on.
see that.
Hold on. Say something, but like all of us, listen to her as if she's already a gay man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
it definitely tracks. I feel like I already kind of sound like a 12-year-old boy.
I
so-
hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
we go.
It works. I for some reason picture
Can-
your hair like
oh,
really slicked back.
I got one. Nicole, can you say, I love you in that?
I love you in that.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Right?
Even with
Yeah.
the vocal fry at the
Yeah,
end.
I hear your smile. All right, this one comes from
You can play Mateo Lane in a cartoon.
Corey Potter. He asks, you live in a fantasy realm, own a castle, have subjects, and a rival
No, I
kingdom.
don't.
Well, in this,
What? What do you know about me, bro?
Nothing, apparently.
You battle constantly. God, now I gotta restart. No, you live in a
You can
fantasy.
only read with a head start.
You live in a fantasy realm. Own a castle, have subjects, and a rival kingdom that you battle constantly. Walk us through what your land would look like. What race are your subjects? Dwarves, elves, goblins, etc. Is your land good or evil? And what would your kingdom's Sigheil look like? I'm just so fucking cool. I didn't even know how to say
Sigheil or is that a different
Sigheil.
word?
I don't know.
Signal.
Yeah, it's definitely like a
Sigil. Sigil.
It's not Sigheil.
EGIL.
What is it?
Sigil.
Sigil? What's a
Yeah,
sigil?
It's like your flag.
Oh.
I was almost positive it was that, and not, that's why I wanted you to spell it. What would your Sigheil look like? I'm like, what an odd thing to say.
Right, it's like, what's your secret handshake? But in a hateful way.
Yeah. What's your secret hate shake?
Here's what I would do to protect my lands.
It's a crest.
Oh, that's cool.
Kyle.
Sigheil. I
Yeah.
mean, where are you hearing a in there?
Brendan's would
The
just
eye.
be a line
The eye
drawing
would be
of a
Sig
bird.
Isle.
And then where's the I then? An E.
Bro, I don't fucking know. I don't know how to say.
Right, it's like, wow,
I'm
look at-
rarely
what a-
talking about crests.
What a convenience. They removed some letters for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what they meant to write.
Yeah. I like
how you paused and then went confidently forward.
Yeah.
Stop for a second. It's almost like you get to the top of the steps and like, I'm jumping it.
Yeah. Sigheil.
Your Sigheil.
Okay, so
So that was like a 30 or 40-minute question. But what is it? If
Yeah.
what are
How
your
many questions?
people?
Bad
What
question.
is your bad question? Because
Remove that
it's
guy from
long. Sorry,
You
you're
should be able
the
to give a 1 month ban.
you're banned.
So wait.
Potter.
So just if we had a kingdom, how would we defend?
What would
it?
your land look like?
Here's how I defend against the rival land. So people on the outskirts, my subjects.
Yeah.
You want to protect your land, right? But they just want to go about their day. I don't want to bring them into the army or have to put a bunch of landmines up. Make
Mhm.
human landmines. So you put something in them that when they talk to someone from an outside land, they blow up.
Oh,
Put
Whoa.
bombs in people.
Yeah.
they have no control. So
They have no control.
So
if they
if
live their
someone
life
just-
fine, it's fine. Also, I guess we'd have to do it without them knowing.
so you'd have
Dude.
to have your kingdom in like the sky or something, like a big tree.
Hold on, turn sideways, Ari. The
What is it, ear?
The way your ear is folded,
Your ear is
it looks
being
like
It
an
looks like the Harry
elf's
Potter.
ear.
The
Yeah,
Harry Potter
you-
thing
yeah.
about the Jews.
Yeah.
This is my.
You look like an elf.
Remember when they killed all those bankers in Harry Potter, and they just needed a loan, but they ended up just killing all.
Is that
of
what
them?
happened? I
Yeah,
never.
they
I
all
never
like,
saw
yeah,
Harry
we did
Potter.
it. I'm like, what? They just wouldn't give you a loan. They don't deserve to die.
Yeah, Harry Potter bankers did not look too good.
Jews.
They look. Yeah, didn't look too good.
I don't know what.
Call it up. Call it up. Harry Potter bankers.
Yeah.
Nicholas. Call it up.
St. Nicholas.
Nicholas Lyons.
I wonder how would you defend it?
How would I? Well,
Defend your land.
you got to
yeah.
know where the land is. So for Ari's, I think his would be perfect in like a big tree, so nobody could ever walk up. Like you couldn't get to your.
No, I'm
people.
talking about outskirts. Like I'm talking about like North Dakota. You put all those people with the bombs in, so anybody from Canada, like, hello, can I?
Oh.
Boom.
That's why you put the pawns in, right? They're pawns.
Exactly.
Pawns.
With
I'd like to have a
they're
little.
peasants.
I'd like to have an island situation. That's what I'm going
That's
with.
smart.
I like Troy too, with the high walls and the
Gotta
ability
have
to
Me
high
too.
Yeah,
walls.
you gotta.
I was never
huge-
not having high walls.
No, but I like the idea of an island with a narrow strip of inroad headed to where my people live,
Right.
and that I can explode if things hit
yeah,
if shit hits
throw
the bed.
rocks on them from above.
Or
Yeah.
like a
You have to
singular
go through here.
bridge.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a bridge, but a little strip of land, whatever it may be, that leads to the elevated island where my giant walled up kingdom is,
Yeah.
and my people are the Ari Shaffir ear points.
Yeah,
you gotta make a small. You gotta make a small singular entrance. Even if you're coming by boat, it's got to be like the only way you can dock. You can't scale these limestone walls. It has to be like one little funnel, and then the funnel is where there's just a bunch of. I would set up like Egyptian tomb style traps all over the place. I think that's the way
And
to do it.
1,000 archers at the top
At
of the
the
wall
ready?
at all times,
Yeah.
dude.
Just
At all
holding
times.
it back for,
Yeah.
for months on end.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Shaking.
Sir, can I let it go now? You shall not let it
let go.
I like all these ideas, but you're not putting you're not using the
Tell me what I'm not doing.
Yeah, tell me
Yeah,
how
what-
my
yeah, yeah.
imagination was
classic,
wrong.
Yeah.
classic Irish. Doesn't even let me finish the sentence.
Because
Irish.
classic Irish, you're
here's-
attacking my goddamn
Here's the
You
trick.
both did it.
What,
Yeah.
what do you got to say about it, Mom?
I'm just saying you're not utilizing the word fantasy enough.
Oh.
There's a lot of things we can do that we're not thinking about.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking because I'm the genius of the group.
Spell genius
Come on,
quickly.
Move on.
Easy.
J no.
Easy peasy.
GENUIS IUS.
Keep going.
Genius IUS.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't change how wrong you were the first time.
I get nervous. What I would do is I would have that new city that they're building in Dubai. You ever see that or something where it's like this long strip?
Yeah.
Of the you got to look this up. Have you heard about this?
You know about this?
You know about this? You heard about this?
A city in Dubai?
There's either a city. It's either going to be in Dubai, but it's this new city that they're building. We're going to where it's like this long strip of like it's not up. It's like that fucking way. So,
buddy,
I would
you're,
have
you're
that.
describing nothing.
I
And
would
you're
have
also, by
that.
the way, being like,
I'm
here's my
bombing.
creativity.
I-
You're like, this
Yeah, it's a
here's the
long
thing that
strip.
Here's the thing that exists.
Somebody
It
else
goes-
already made
You
it.
know how
where the-
buildings go upsies? This one goes outsies.
Here's where the creativity kicks in. Force field around it.
Forcefield.
Force field.
That was a movie already, though, and TV.
And the
shows.
Simpsons movie.
Yeah.
Also, if
What's
you
a
dome?
have this in your fantasy world, it's got to be realistic in your fantasy. So the rival also has force fields.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
We're peaceful people.
No, you're not.
you can't
Read the scenario. Here's
You have to be bloodthirsty.
There's the
I have to be
scenario.
bloodthirsty.
That
No,
you
I just have
attack
to
all the
protect.
time. They
That's
just
like all-
said.
Oh, but I also like remember
One
in
soldier rides away. That maybe that's about you and your kingdom.
no the Jar Jar Binks
Put a bunch
topic.
of Jar Jars out there.
Put a bunch
and
of
then
Jar Jars
nobody
out
wants to
there.
invade.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Ugh,
they have
so
their-
annoying.
They're your city
Misa,
greeter.
Misa,
Oh, you're
Misa.
going for the warring. I'm just
I like it.
annoying. And people are like, let's get in there. Oh, nah.
Yeah.
Nothing was
Hey,
more
yeah,
like
is it all like that in there? And there's this. I have like funhouse mirror set up, so it looks like there's millions.
yeah,
but there's,
yeah.
like,
It looks like
three.
Naboo
Yeah.
is what they called it.
Wow.
Naboo. I think. You don't know. Anyway, let's go to another question. Well, don't you?
Boo you.
You really,
No.
I gotta tell you, Brendan, above any of us, you really used the fantasy part.
Yeah.
You really used it. Well,
Yeah, you're a fucking island with water. Cool.
my giant island with a strip of land that heads up to its fucking impossible fortress of giant walls, and my fucking people
And
down
archers.
there.
Don't
yeah,
forget-
and
don't forget the
thousands of
thousands of archers.
and the dragons.
His poo-pooing of your ideas is equally as funny
Yeah, no.
as your anger reaction.
if it was a horizontal strip and nothing else, that's
I
the
feel like we
ideal
should
fantasy.
be looking this up. You know what I mean?
Looking what up?
Let's look
Looking
up the
what
ci-
up? A strip of land?
in Dubai or somewhere near there.
Boom. That's what they're creating.
What is it?
What is that?
It's going to be a city that's just going to be a strip.
But that's like,
So it's like
that looks like a dining.
So it's
That looks
down
like
below
outdoor
surface.
dining.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
setting up outdoor dining.
is that lining
Look how
McDougal?
big it is. Look at the trucks on the left.
Doesn't
Yeah.
look that good.
Wait, so what's it do? Avoid the sandstorms or some shit? It's a below
I think
ground?
so.
No, I think it just looks cool.
Dude,
I don't know.
I just turned down an offer for Dubai.
Really?
Yeah, it was
They
like,
wanted you to
they're
play
like
in that
they want
building.
I think I have you in May, and it was like I was like, okay, like how much money is it? And they're like, it was like a normal amount of money, and I'm like, nah, that place is gross. It's gaudy.
Somebody said they were like, it
And the
is a.
slavery.
It's got to
They-
be Bugatti
They said
money.
they said it's a clean, but way stricter New York City, like Times Square.
I've been to
It's
the
just
airport.
It's just like what's the tallest building in the world? Let's just make a new one. They recreated the Louvre.
Yeah.
It's just like there's
Yeah.
nothing to it. It's just Vegas. It's
Do-
gaudy.
Do you know what's a sick city though? Is in Japan, they're taking like this old Toyota plant, like a huge city-sized Toyota plant that's been abandoned for a long time, and they're actually creating the first ever self-sufficient, fully automated city. So all driving cars, everything is robots. There's 0% employment,
That's cool.
and they're just like basically as a social experiment, seeing what happens.
How do they get food? They
Seeing
just
how
the robots
quickly it
make
gets
food.
completely out of control.
I mean, with Japan though, everybody lives in such strict order and they're very respectful of each other. If it works anywhere, it would be there.
I've never been to Japan. I don't know anything about those people.
Okay.
But I'm
Yeah, it would work there. They had
Unlike
tsunami.
Dubai, which he's a frequent traveler.
They had tsunamis, in Japan.
Yeah.
There was an NPR interview I saw. I'm cultured, and she was like, "Hey, everyone's so orderly here, and like you're lined up for food. Everyone's broke, but like, is that a testimony to how much you guys have come together as a society that you're so like, doing this like by the book?" And he was like, "How else would it be? That guy wasn't here before."
Whoa.
And she was like, "Fuck."
That's you buy a plane ticket for that guy and go, I want to talk to you in a month. I'm buying you a ticket to New York. I want to talk to you in a month.
I got into a person-to-person argument with somebody getting onto the George Washington Bridge today because the
GW,
road
it's good GW.
the road was merging, and instead of putting any notification, instead of creating any kind of space, like no blinker, no nothing, he just started aiming his car at my car.
Wow.
Like he just kept moving over, and I just pulled down the window, and I'm like, you are the decay of society. Like you're the reason why nothing works efficiently.
You, sir, are a fool.
Yeah,
I hate it
That's
so
like
much. It
scoundrel?
bothers me.
Yeah.
Tanya says, on
It
the
says a lot of things.
Tanya
first
does
of
say
all.
a lot of things.
Yeah, Tanya's in.
Tanya's got a lot of these questions.
Hopefully these are shorter than that other fucking idiot.
Here's a real short one. On the count of 3, say one word. 1, 2, 3.
Seven.
Farts.
I didn't know
All
what
right.
anyone else said, so.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
7.
I said farts.
I said Brendan.
Oh, cool.
It's the only thing I could think of.
Nicole, what'd you say?
I didn't say
You
anything.
didn't say
What were
anything
you
in your
thinking?
head?
Pineapple.
Ah.
Nicole, throw a speed spell question at Brendan, quick.
Brendan Airline.
Airline. AIRLINE.
That's
Wow. Good job.
Yeah, there you go.
Well
Wow.
done.
We like to do this thing called speed spell where you just spell something without thinking.
Well, I think he picked up on it.
Ari, spell necessary.
NECE.
You're already
Sorry, out.
You're already too thinking.
Oh, you gotta go.
You're
fast.
too thinking.
You're too thinking.
You're too thinking with the thoughts in the
You
brain.
gotta get out here and start living down here.
Okay, this one comes from Brandon. Who is a bigger bumper sticker douche? Someone with a it's a Jeep thing you wouldn't understand, or a pet owner with a who rescued who sticker?
Oh,
Wait,
Jeep thing for
the Jeep
sure.
thing you wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't
Who rescued
understand.
who?
Yeah,
Who rescued who is almost like tongue in cheek. You can
Yeah.
almost be like that.
it's a bit.
dumb. but
Is
it's
it?
cute?
I'm being ironic.
the way
Yeah.
people talk about their rescue pets, though, is pretty nauseating. I mean, they act as Burr's bit, right? Where he's like, what are you hanging out of the helicopter, grabbing him off the side of a mountain?
Or the George Carlin thing about people that have those little families, the
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
families, just makes me want to drive into them more. Get me on board.
It could if any of you had it's a Jeep thing like T-shirt without a Jeep, that would also be ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah, yeah.
funny.
I'll tell you what, I'd rather hang out with the Jeep guy. Because even if he's a douche,
Yeah.
he's got a Jeep
At
that
least
you
he
can
can get
go
you
off
some-
Yeah,
road.
you can take me 4-wheeler
Yeah.
to the beach.
But if you're with some fucking,
I love this
ninny,
world you're in.
You guys ever go 4-wheeling on the beach?
Yeah.
Driving on the beach, you'll never park a mile away and walk
No.
across hot sand
It's
ever
the
again.
best.
Feeney is one of the guys from Zoolander who's like bopping his head in the Jeep, like
Yeah.
with the fucking one of the
Spraying
things.
gasoline
Yeah, you're
all
the
over
green
my
guy.
Alexander Sarsgaard or what is it?
Yeah, he was a Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Can I just pause for a second and be like, Brendan, I know this is not the podcast, but like that was a great head bob.
Oh, thanks,
It looked
dude.
really like
Yeah, you can
It's
pause
like-
to give a
There's-
compliment.
there's-
I
yeah.
can't really do.
Can you do it
like,
again?
did it like
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
right?
Maybe I'm like thinking
Wow.
about it. Too
Your
much.
neck is on a hinge.
yeah, it's like and you
Tell me
stay
about it.
forward. I just tilt. You got it.
It's the bottom of the neck.
I think
That's
Feeney
Yeah.
can also do it pretty well.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Not as good, but good.
No.
You look like a
You're
sandworm.
Forward though.
You look like a worm coming out of
Yeah,
sand.
That one, the forward one, is your wheelhouse. Yeah, that's good.
I just realized what Feeney looks like. Just your neck and your head look like a worm coming out of an apple.
Oh yeah. He's a professor.
Watch the hitting the table. You're a professor. I love that you got a
The worm
professor.
holding the
He said
book.
professor.
They're always smart.
Oh, you're really
It's just a
smart.
bookworm.
always smart.
Glasses.
Yeah, wow, you
I
do look
saw-
at that. Photoshop it.
Yeah.
Feeney's face of wanting to hate that and then instantly being tickled by it was
Yeah.
was a real fun.
Yeah,
For
there you go.
sure.
There
It's
you
a
go.
ride.
That's
Yeah.
how good it was.
All right.
That's how good and smart I am.
Can I briefly tell you guys this story of
Yeah.
what happened to me in,
Yes.
in Vegas even though it's supposed to stay there. I thanks, just Brendan.
I've read the T-shirts.
I've seen their ad campaigns.
You start telling somebody something that happened in Vegas. 2 guys in hazmat suits drag you out.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
No, sir.
We told you. It stays
Just
there.
beat me to death in front of my kid.
Yeah.
But so a guy walks up after the show holding two cocktails in one hand.
Uh-huh.
Like that's the level of like, hey, like finger gun and
Yeah.
walking up.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
And
Finger gun and Song of Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Love it.
Before we recorded, also, Feeney had mentioned that he has like deja vu from this story, meaning that like I have told him this story, like I had the exact same
Almost a-
experience.
yeah. tell
And
me
so
if I'm wrong.
far, it's hitting the notes.
Yeah. So and this is all I wrote it down word for word how it. So I did a bit about having kids or having a kid, how it's like right now it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
So I go, I don't know how people have more than one kid. So he came up, the first thing he goes, hey, I'll tell you how you have two kids. You get tricked into thinking it's easy. And I go, oh, okay. And I go, how, from the first one I get it. And I go, how old are yours? And he goes, 11 and 8. And I go, oh, nice. So like you did it now, like they're raised, And he goes, yeah, well, now I'm divorced. So, and then just stared at me holding the drinks in silence. And I went, oh, and then he went, yeah, 15 years.
Oh,
Wow.
And then just
15
continued staring at me. And I went,
Probably doesn't have anything to do with that.
yeah. And I went, oh, I'm sorry. And then he goes, it's okay. I'm with a better, younger one right over there. And then he goes, I go, okay. And he goes, which brings me to this guy. And then walked over to another comic to like side pocket them.
Wow.
But just the silence and the crushing of being like,
Yeah.
here's how I had these two kids. Cost
Also-
me my wife 15 years. And then just kind of stared off while I had to go, thanks for coming.
I feel like the math on that doesn't really work.
Why?
Did he just
He was-
get
Do you think
divorced?
Feeney's
He was
lying?
no, he was divorced 15
I think Feeney's
years.
lying.
No, he
No,
was
no,
married
married
for
for
15 years.
Oh.
His marriage of 15 years is now gone.
Oh, good for him.
Speed spell, boy.
BOY. Come on. Come on. Don't insult me.
Speed spell basketball.
BASK.
Oh.
BASK.
Is it BAS Dave Attell in there? All right. Cannon, please spell ineptitude. Go.
Oh, Brendan.
Ineptitude?
Pass.
Fast. Go.
No, pass. I said.
Oh, pass.
Pass.
Oh, that's so funny. I like added to your.
Ran out of batteries.
Uh,
Oh, you guys are on HDMI 1? That's fucking great.
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, we haven't upgraded
Yeah,
to
it's
2 yet.
crazy.
Over
Or
1,000p?
yeah.
That's great.
It was a long negotiations, but we got on.
You got the high tech here.
We got on.
That button got out of the wrong time.
That's right. Keep it.
Tanya, what would be your elevator pitch to aliens for why they should abduct you? Why they should abduct you? What do you think? Anybody got anything?
I won't tell a soul.
You just start stroking their cocks. You're like, I'll say yes.
I would
Whatever
just
you
say
want.
to them,
I'm interested in outer space.
That's right.
yeah, do you have any humans on board? I could give you a totally different perspective of
It would be
this
cool
planet.
to go up there, right?
Oh,
It'd be like a consultant
I'm
for
sure I
Earth.
get returned.
if I could
Yeah.
promise, if I could guarantee a return and without any sort of like missing.
That's the thing
Limbs?
is my big issue would be the return 45 years later. Like
Right.
that
It
would
would
be the
feel
problem.
like I'm
I
in it.
assume it's
I
an
would love it.
interstellar situation.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Totally.
gone and
You're back. You wake up in the morning feeling weird. Also, I'd be like, hey, I'll just answer your questions. You don't have to probe me. So you've been probing, but how about the psychological stuff? That
But
I
how-
can just tell you the
Yeah.
honest answer.
How much does a probe really like hurt?
I think a lot.
You think a lot? Why?
Well, I've never
Bend
had
over,
anal
we'll
sex,
show
so-
you.
Of all the complaints.
Besides them putting something in your ass.
Yeah.
I mean, what if it feels kind of good?
You think they designed it that way?
Yeah, you think with the
I don't
high
think
tech
they
stuff,
care.
they could just come in and be like, the probe is like, it feels like a nice back scratch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
almost like one of those like temperature guns. They could just be like,
Yeah, I'm
Uh-huh.
sure.
oh.
They made
You
their
think-
cough
technology
medicine
is-
taste okay.
Do you think
Yeah.
they use their slime to lube the
Ooh, that'd be nice.
thing?
Well, now we're getting into what do we think aliens look like? What do we think
Yeah.
they are?
Yeah, what are your visions of what an alien looks like? Is
I
it
think
a
they're big bugs.
Independence Day type?
oh, bugs.
Men in Black?
I think they're men in black,
Like winged
big,
bugs?
big cockroaches.
I
Yeah.
think they're just light,
Oh,
just weightless
that's
light.
sweet. Like that
Whoa.
Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
The X Files episode.
Love you.
I just want to bring peace. He's trying to bring peace. Kill him.
This is a drugged up Smithers.
Yeah.
That's what this bird.
Bird,
yeah.
Now, do you think they're a weightless light in terms of what we see, and they're a projection of their body somewhere, or is that just their existence? It's kind of like abstract energy that can coalesce into a thing if it needs to communicate with you.
Good question. Well, to answer that question, I don't actually think it was just something I thought of in the spot.
Spell
it. SPOT.
I would have said IT. You said spell it.
Spell it. Oh, IT. That's good. All right.
I think last question.
Yeah, we got one more question. What are you thinking, Ari? What do you think of the show?
Stop asking him throughout.
Why?
the
Okay.
show.
Why are you asking him?
Why?
To
It's
rate our
fun. You guys got a
podcast?
good chemistry. I just think you need a rebrand. Just start it over.
How would you rebrand us?
First of all,
Rebranding.
that's a wild pronunciation of rebrand.
Rebrand? You don't like
How would you
I think-
rebrand?
How would you Rembrandt us?
Yeah.
Nuts that you guys all just let that go.
How would you
No,
How did I
rebrand?
I was
say it?
angry about it over here fighting,
Yeah.
and then thank
Did I
God
say
you brought it up.
rebrand?
Thank God,
You
yeah,
said
sometimes
rebrand.
like thank God someone stopped to
Yeah,
because you're
yeah.
like sometimes you're like a bit like
My mom used to say learner's permit.
Oh yeah,
to
a
me,
lot of
and I
people
wanted
say
to
permit.
cut her clit
you're
off.
like what do they permit?
It enraged
Yeah.
me.
I just a new name and then
What's the
same
name?
group.
Are you good at names? I feel like you're good at names.
Why do you feel that? Interesting.
Your podcast name's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd let the internet do that for me.
Oh, phony.
I mean, I'm not going
I mean,
like
he's
I'm
not
this
walking around
name
with
guy.
a shirt that says "I'm good with names."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well fuck you, man. You broke my heart.
How dare you disappoint my expectations for you that I just made up on the spot?
thought
Go
you were
around
great
telling
with
everyone. You
names.
know that podcast name of Ari's? He came up with it.
I think
Let's see. What would be a good name? Question.
Do we keep
Q&A?
the scenario? So we keep the scenarios.
I don't know if you keep the scenario.
Okay.
You completely rewrite it. It is good, but it's like I don't know. It's just like, damn, how long can you be like lower middle before you're like it ain't gonna be a mediocre?
We're an above ground pool now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no
world.
way to turn it into an
Yeah.
in ground pool.
we're in
You're
an
like a
ground
3
pool
p.m.
world.
festival band, and you're like, that's unless you just started. This
But
is
we're on
bad
the
news.
billing.
Yeah,
I've seen really great
But we're
bands
still
at 3
sharing a
p.m. on a
bus.
festival.
and of horses.
Yeah,
But like, you'll never be that.
I saw like Streetlight Manifesto at 3 p.m.
I don't know. Are You Garbage did it? They just eventually got to go, but they had a whole new show.
Yeah. Well, we got you as a guest. That'll launch us.
Yeah, that's a good too. Get some good guests.
Yeah.
You weren't doing
If
video
we-
before, right?
We have to.
No,
Yeah. No, we just started.
We've been doing-
Not true.
We've been doing video since day one.
We've been. I mean, this
We've been
is
doing
a-
video before we did audio.
This is a pre 9/11 podcast.
We made
know.
we made a
Fucking
bunch
dude.
of terrible mistakes, like business wise, and it's really
Hey,
hampered us.
you sometimes learn, and sometimes you just keep perpetuating the same mistakes.
yeah, and then you die,
And then you die.
Last question,
and that's the name of the podcast.
and then you die.
And then you die. All right, let's end on a
That's
banger
way
here,
better than
dude.
Okay.
AT.
And let's give it to Tanya. She's the
Another one from Tanya.
Tanya.
I thought it was preferential treatment to the fucking.
well.
I mean, you
it's
could bounce around. There's questions from people all
Let's
over.
get
Okay.
one who's not. Yeah.
Alex the truck. No.
Also,
Here, this one comes from Cerna Style.
okay.
What's more likely in 2023? Ari will convert back to Orthodox Judaism, or Brendan will file his taxes correctly. I'll tell you what, I don't appreciate that one
You don't like it?
Why'd you read it?
because that's
We
the
forced
only
him. We
difference.
forced him.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
Why don't you like that one?
No, I don't care.
Yeah. It's definitely you.
Yeah,
The
of
not
course.
funny answer is you doing that.
What do you? That'll happen.
I think
first?
him doing his taxes would be very funny with the little green hat and a.
Well,
Oh yeah.
and all, the
Green
best part
visor.
is Brendan submitting his taxes incorrectly, which would also be an indictment on his father because his father does his taxes.
It would mean
Oh, wow.
it
And that
would
would
mean
mean
he doesn't give a shit.
the
about
whole Sagalow lineage are just dummies.
Yeah. I'd have a real. I'd be in a real DeRosa, if you know what I'm saying.
Do we all have a tax guy? Yeah.
Should we keep that in the show?
You can keep it.
All right, great.
We'll eventually talk about it. Why not be the first to it? We had a tax guy in LA. We all the comics used him, and he was just like, got any deduction we could. He was like, we'll put here's some clippings for fucking donations. We'll use that.
Sure.
And Duncan went in there once. He goes, hey, I've been paid like like I don't know, W-4, whatever the one is where they don't take out any taxes.
Yeah.
So he goes, the whole year I haven't paid any taxes and I don't have any money, so I'm very worried.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, we'll get you your money back. He goes, no, there is no back. I paid nothing in. I only owe. He goes, we'll get that money back. Like, I don't know why you keep saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, eventually that guy went to jail for tax evasion.
Nice.
Oh.
Wow.
And it didn't trickle down onto
It
you.
did
though.
not, but we all got quite worried about it for a while.
Sure.
Oh my God.
I need
Well-
I need a good accountant. You guys got a good accountant?
I have a great one.
You have a great one.
Great.
What's his last name?
Other
It's a woman.
Oh.
Wow. That is trust. Obviously, don't go there.
All right, we'll talk after the show. If you got someone.
Where to leave it. Fucking
That's
making
the
business decisions with your cock is not the best way to go.
That's the show, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ari
I'll come
Shaffir.
back here.
Yeah.
Buy his Beacon tickets. Watch Jew on YouTube, and we
Wait,
Also, watch Jew on our
do that. If you
YouTube in this
if you watch
episode.
Jew on YouTube. You leave a comment that would imply that you listen to this podcast.
yeah, say 6 million was a bit exaggerated.
That'll be
Do not say that.
Bye.
Bye.
The scenario.